Now, 200 people holding a demonstration in Birmingham city centre today over a pay dispute at the University of Birmingham. Unison members calling for support staff like caterers, cleaners and security guards to be paid the living wage. On Friday, members rejected an offer by the university for a 1% lump sum payment. Strikes taking place today and tomorrow to coincide with graduations. Mike Moore is a branch secretary for Unison. He's with me. Mike, hello to you.
Hi there, Paul.
So 200 people involved today. How many tomorrow then? Is another demo tomorrow?
Yes, so we'll be on the main Edgbaston campus tomorrow around key entrances. Probably the same sort of number, if not a few more. So we'll be taking our case and particularly focusing on the university-owned Edgbaston Park Hotel tomorrow, which is a real concern for our members because that's where the university outsourced staff last year.
Doesn't the university already pay the voluntary living wage?
They match it, but accreditation is incredibly important to our members. Accreditation would give our members the certainty that pay rises will come in future, and it will also act as a barrier against outsourcing. So because the university matches it, it only pays it to directly employed university staff. So staff at the Edgbaston Park Hotel, for example, only get the minimum wage of £8.21 an hour rather than the higher living wage of £9 an hour.
So what happens at other universities?
There are many other accredited living wage employers. Most recently, Manchester and Liverpool universities became accredited living wage employers. The university has told us they find it difficult because of their contracts, but what we don't understand is why other universities, particularly those who maybe don't make as healthy surpluses, have managed to do it. If they've managed to do it, why can't the University of Birmingham?
Are you doing it deliberately because it's graduation days?
So we did target some graduation days in July. I have to say it was very much a last resort for us. We've been in negotiations with the university for over 12 months now. We've really implored them to make our members an improved offer at every stage of the process. So prior to the ballot, when the ballot result came in, before our first strike day in June, and then again before the graduation days. But we're really concerned that the university still refuses to accept any of our demands, really. Still not paying a inflation pay rise for our pay talks last year, which left our members further below the rate of inflation, still not accrediting, still not working with us to tackle a pay spine that's not fit for purpose, still not tackling the gender pay gap. So that's why we felt forced to take action at graduations, really, because it had an impact. But we made the case to students. A lot of students are in favour of our demands, and we did have a very positive day on the whole in the graduation strikes.
There was an offer by the university of a 1% lump sum payment. That came last Friday.
So no, the 1% lump sum offer was slightly earlier. Right. The university's current offer is they've offered us a 1% extra on our pay talks for next year, but we haven't even put in our claim for next year's talks because of this long-running dispute. What our members want is for them to offer a proper backdated pay rise for our pay talks, which are part of this dispute.
The university are saying it's the 10th year support staff pay awards have been in line with or above those negotiated nationally, and the fourth consecutive year it's matched the voluntary living wage.
Well, I think, so first of all, they only actually started matching the voluntary living wage because of our last round of strike action in 2014. Every year we've had to struggle to get them to do it. It takes up a lot of our organising power. So all of our reps are locally elected staff, and every year we have to put in a lot of work, a lot of pressure on the university to get it to confirm it will match the living wage for another year. And like I said, it doesn't cover staff who've been outsourced to separate companies, such as the Edgbaston Park Hotel. As for pay rises elsewhere in the sector, higher education pay rises aren't that great, really. You wouldn't point at those and say, it's better, it's okay because we're above those. Current Unison estimates suggest that support staff across the sector have lost somewhere up to 20% of their salary in real terms since 2009. So I don't think the university can look at that and say, well, you're doing well if you're above that or matching that.
You've had the support of a council leader, I gather.
Yes, so Ian Ward came to the picket line earlier, talked about why accrediting as a living wage employer was so important for the council, how it's improved workers' lives there, and yes, he gave us support and really sort of asked the university to confirm and be an accredited living wage employer. We've also had support of 7 of Birmingham's MPs, so Preet Gill, Jack Dromey, Liam Byrne, Richard Burden, Jess Phillips, Roger Godsif. I can't remember how many is that. Should have counted. There might be one I'm missing, so apologies. So they wrote a letter to the university a couple of weeks ago to really press the university on this and really sort of push them on living wage accreditation and a proper pay rise for our members.
So where does this dispute go from here? Because a strike tomorrow, then what?
Well, I think so. The days you pointed out, we've taken strike after graduations. The days, these days, there isn't anything prominent going on at the university today, but we're taking our dispute to the wider city. After this, again, what we'll do is we'll go back to the university and say, are you ready to meet our demands? Are you ready to properly negotiate with us? If they refuse, then we'll put another offer to our members of further action. What we're really keen to do next is to work alongside students at the university. Student workers recently have written a letter to the university about delays in payment for their casual work. So we'll be looking to sort of build a broad-based coalition of support for changes at the university, unless we can get something through negotiation. We don't like taking strike action. We'd prefer to come to some sort of solution.
Mike Moore with us, who's the branch secretary of Unison. Good to see you.
Thank you very much.